Francisco. Do the Mets and you approach this game today like it's a must-win because you at least want to salvage a split of the two-game weekend series?
Every day is a must-win for us. We had a conversation earlier in the year, and every day it's just as important. So it don't matter whether we lost the day before or won the day before. We still got to come out here and try to win the game.
Francisco, what's the mood in the clubhouse today?
It's great. It's great. There's some music and guys are ready to play a game, and everybody's excited. You know, everybody loves to be out here and to play the game, and we're excited to come out and give it everything we got.
With the UK media and footballers, they're usually given a couple of days off after every game, and there's a week between games. So if you maybe lose, you're given a week to sort of process it and get over it. But for baseball players, you go again the very next day.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that mentally?
Yeah, I mean, you understand that every day is individual, every at-bat is individual, and then you just have to turn the page as fast as you can. Even if you win, you can't just stay on that W. You got to turn the page. You got almost kind of got to have a next mentality. And yeah, we play way too many games, back to back. So we can't really dwell the losses as much as other sports. We got to focus on what we have in front of us. And today we have a new ball game with a new pitcher that we're gonna face, and we got to go out there and compete.
Francisco, what have you thought of coming over here? Is this something maybe you'd like to do every couple of years?
I thought the experience has been fantastic. The atmosphere is great. However, I do think that I feel like we had too much time off. You know, I get it. There's a process of you gotta sell the games and stuff like that. But to me, showing up to plays and playing right away and playing the next day, you know, I think it would have been a little bit more beneficial. It almost feels like an all-star game, like an all-star type festivities, you know, and we in the regular season there, games do matter. So if it was up to me, I would say, fine, let's have the experience. We have had an amazing experience, but just show up and play the next day and, you know, get things done quicker.
So play Friday.
Yeah, that's how I would have done it. But I'm one player versus 765. Yeah.
Hi. As a major leaguer and an international player, how important is it for you to play these international games in Europe, in Asia, in the Caribbean, all over the world?
It's to me, it's extremely important, you know, to continue to grow the game, to make sure the game continues to elevate every single year. It's extremely important. The bigger the game is, the better our game is going to be, and the better our brands are going to be. So I find it very important for our game and for our names as well. And yeah, I love what we're doing. You know, I love that teams are going to different places to play the game and spread the game of baseball. So I find it a good thing for the sport, for sure.
Hi, will you wear special cleats for those games?
Yeah, I had a London Series type cleats. They are maroon, red, yellow, white that I wore specific for this. I got a bunch of different bats. I just didn't know if I was allowed to use them yesterday, so today I'll be using different bats probably for different at bat. I have a glove as well, you know. I love having different things for different events, so I'm glad the companies I work with, New Balance, Rollins, and Marucci, they kind of spoil me and give me whatever I have in my head. they put it together for me.
Hi, just want to ask, obviously, with the London series growing here and the 3 series that we've had, including this one, for new fans who are getting into baseball, what would you say is the most, why watch it, why be a baseball fan, why get really involved and have this develop, and what's exciting about baseball for people who don't quite understand it?
Yeah, the way I view baseball is very similar to life. We have a lot of opportunities and we fail a lot, but at the same time we get an opportunity right after we failed. So to me, that's kind of how I view the game. I always have opportunity to do better, to continue to grow, and whenever you think you have mastered the game, you haven't really mastered it. You know, you still got to continue to improve, got to continue to be the best you can be, and then there's a year that you have an amazing year, and the next year is going to be tough. You know, so it's very similar to me to life, where you have ups and downs. You just got to find a way to maintain, stay even keel, and learn from your mistakes, and move forward. So the game we have made the game a little faster. You know, it used to be way slower. So now we have the games a little faster pace. There's more action throughout the games. So the game is in a better spot right now. So to everybody that's watching, it's a game of failure, but at the same time you get an opportunity to bounce back. And that, to me, that's how life is. You know, you're gonna fail, but you have the opportunity to be better the next day.
Yeah, just back to what you were saying about how the game could be treated a bit like an all-star break, and do you think some of the players have treated it almost like a holiday? Like, what's been the feeling in the clubhouse, and what have you been doing with your time off?
Yeah, no, I think the players treat it as a all-star day for the first 2 days that we weren't doing anything. You know, we were being tourists. We were in every direction except in the baseball mentality. But then once we're competitors, so once we are at the field ready to compete, everything turns off and it's just winning. So yeah, I don't think the mentality of an all-star break it's happening right now during the games, at least not with me, and I know my guys in my clubhouse are not viewing it like that. But yeah, the first 2 days I was everywhere. So I did feel like I was at an all-star game. You know, there's a lot of things happening, a lot of pieces moving pieces throughout the whole entire day. But once we get here, yesterday, everything it felt like we were back in regular season. You know, it was one of those where it's like, yeah, we get introduced in the middle of the year, which it normally doesn't happen. But it's game mode, you know, it's that game mentality. You kind of like hyper focus on what you have in front of you.
Last one, Francisco. Okay, we're gonna bring Matt Zoner and Steve Cohen up. They're gonna take a photo together up here.
Any questions, just ask Steve.
You're doing well.